So please, I want from the names that were said for the professors to come on the stage. Professor Rafat Rashwan, AASD and Conference Honorary President. Professor Rafat Rashwan. Professor Hussein Khairi, President of Egyptian Medical Syndicate. Professor Hussein Khairi. Professor Ines Shaltut, AASD and Conference President. Professor Ines Shaltut. Professor Omar El-Saadani, Conference Vice President. Professor Omar El-Saadani. Professor Abdel Khalid Khalid, Conference and AASD Secretary. Professor Abdel Khalid Khalid. Professor Amr Abdel Wahab, Scientific Committee Chairman.
Professor Dr. Rafat Rashwan, ASD and Conference Honorary President.
It's a great pleasure for me to chair in this 14th conference with ASD and welcome with our eminent guests, especially those guest speakers and national and international, as well as my colleagues in the state, in the floor. I am greatly appreciate this opportunity to thank all chairperson chairing this big conference. We will have this conference will take about 4 days. We have 25 workshops, as well as we have more than 27 sessions. 4 days we will discuss with each other what's new, and we will exchange the knowledge with each other. I would like to thank all the guest speakers, chairpersons, the president of the conference, Professor Ines Shaltut, as well as my colleagues chairing this conference. Also thank the organizing and scientific committee in chairing in this conference. Lastly, I would like to thank all the pharmaceutical companies which chair this conference. Thank you very much.
Let me now present Professor Massimo Messi Benedetti. Professor Massimo is a former chair of IGF Europe and former IGF Vice President. And we are happy that Professor Massimo is now a regular guest of honor to our conference. Please, Professor Massimo, can you give a welcome speech?
Thank you very much, Professor Ines. It is for me a great honor to be here with you once again. I am I've been here, been kindly invited to be in your Congress several times, and actually I do expect to have the honorary Cairo citizenship. It's always a pleasure, and it is a rewarding presence here because of the high quality of this meeting, and this is really an asset, a relevant asset for the IDF to be able to count on this on association like the Arabic Association for the Study of Diabetes. So I thank you once again for inviting me to be here, and I'll do my best to support this meeting, which is already well established since many years. Thank you.
Professor Omar Saadani, Conference Vice President.
Thank you, Dr. Ines. I would like, first of all, to thank my very close and dear colleagues who are in this association. I am proud to be a part of it. What I see is a massively growing community of diabetic persons who are very interested in diabetes. This meeting and what I saw yesterday, huge amount of participants in a workshop. I would like to congratulate Professor Ines for her great job, and I would like to see the 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th conference to be more and more successful than all the other conferences I have seen. Thank you very much.
Professor Abdelkhalik Hamid, Conference and ASD Secretary.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحقيقة I may add something different. Our society is called the Arabic Association for the Study of Diabetes and Metabolism. And I want to re-answer the question of why we didn't make our Egyptian guidelines for diabetes. The answer to my knowledge is the big foundations all over the world regarding diabetes. But our second issue, the metabolism, Egypt is the first country related to liver disease. So our society, the Egyptian Association for the Study of Liver and Gastrointestinal, one of the most important hepatology societies, and the Arabic Association for the Study of Diabetes and Metabolism, gathered and published 2015 guidelines for managing diabetes and liver disease association, and it was the first paper in this issue nationally and internationally. This paper is updated 2016 and 17, and it was published online yesterday, Managing Diabetes and Liver Disease Association, consensus-based practice guidance. So, because we are the big country in relation to liver disease, we mix together these guidelines. I welcome all of you, and I hope it will be a very good and interesting conference. Thank you very much.
My dear professors and colleagues, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the 14th annual ASD conference. On behalf of ASD board and members, we appreciate the strong participation and support of the International Diabetes Federation. ASD, as a member of IDF, puts a great responsibility on all ASD members to do extra effort for the cause of diabetes. We appreciate the presence of our eminent guest speakers from the United Kingdom, Italy, Spain, South Korea, Russia, Poland, Hungary, Macedonia, UAE, KSA, Morocco, Sudan, and Bahrain for their presence to share in this outstanding scientific event. Their participation added a great scientific value to the conference. On behalf of my colleagues, board and members of ASD, let me express my gratitude to all Egyptian professors and speakers who agreed to join us and co-chair the advisory board and national faculty in this scientific event. ASD, as one of the leading diabetes associations, has been recognized in December 2017 as an IGF Center of Education, which aims in public awareness and patient education with the aim of prevention and optimal management, medical conferences intending to share knowledge and stimulate research, newsletters for healthcare professionals that intend to increase knowledge about the standards of medical care in diabetes and associated comorbidities and complications, postgraduate continuous medical education, building the capacity of thousands of doctors, nurses, and educating patients, which enhanced their knowledge to cope with diabetes. In addition to the exciting scientific program, we hope you will enjoy our social program in one of the most attractive Middle East countries, Egypt, and of course Cairo and this venue beside the Nile River. Looking forward to see you again in next October 2019. Thank you. Professor Amr Abdelwahab, Chair of the Scientific Committee.
Thank you all for your attendance. I hope you will enjoy our conference. We have hot topics this year. Just after the opening ceremony, Professor Massimo will introduce a lecture about artificial intelligence in diabetes care, which is the future. There's another session about metabolic surgery, which is very important. Also, we are going to discuss the new guidelines or consensus of ESE and ADA. A lot of the topics, I hope you will enjoy all of these topics, and thank you.
Professor Nam Han Cho, the IGF president, he has a commitment he sent me a welcome speech, especially for our conference, and we are going to share Professor Nam at this moment on the screen.
Greetings from South Korea, and my apologies. Greetings from South Korea. I apologize for not able to. Greetings from South Korea, and I apologize for not able to attend Cairo meeting, AASD, but I'm very sure Professor Inas is doing a very good job to hosting this meeting in 2019, and I have observed and heard a lot of wonderful stories how well she's managing this organization and meetings in Cairo every year, and we are grateful to Professor Inas for hosting a wonderful meeting, also providing a scientific knowledge ground to share diabetes-related issues in the people living around the Egypt or MENA area, as well as another part of the world who's participating to this meeting. I would like to bring your attention to the issues related to diabetes at this stage. As you all know about it, we have 425 million people living with diabetes, but most important issue is 352 million people who is diagnosed with pre-diabetes. As you all know, 50% of them will develop diabetes in the next 10 years. So we need to do something about it. And another area that we need to bring attention or even the creator advocacy related to diabetes is the people in older population. You know, 2 years ago when we released the 8th edition of Diabetes Atlas, that 10 million people newly diagnosed with diabetes, but 80% of them are age greater than 65. We all know how important, how difficult to manage diabetes in older population. So we need to think about it and health plan how we want to manage people living in diabetes in older population. And we need to develop education programs. We need to develop the better managing the disease programs for this older population. Another area that IDF and even AASD need to focus on is undiagnosed cases. In low-income countries, 69% are yet to be diagnosed with diabetes, but in overall, more than 50% yet to be diagnosed with diabetes. So we need to come up or develop a program to detect these people at early stage, even prevent complications. So my message to all of you is we still have a lot of work to do, and we are falling behind the war against the diabetes. So we all need to work together again. We all need to be together, and IDF, ASD, and all other organizations need to work together to better fight the war against the diabetes. Again, I congratulate Professor Inas for successfully hosting AASD 2019 meeting, and my best wishes to all of you and the safety journey back home. Thank you very much.
Now we can't end this opening ceremony without honoring the pioneers at first. We have our professors. We give them our gratitude and appreciation. Professor الرابع خاطر, Professor Muhammad Fahmi Abdelaziz, and Professor Mabehek Souka, Professor Rafat Rashwan. Let's begin with our professors, our very dear professors who taught us and who we give them the gratitude. We are here before them. Professor Fawia Khater. Professor Muhammad Fahmi Abdelaziz and Professor Mabehek Souka. Professor Sharif Hafiz. خليني دلوقتي انتقل الى الجيل الاصغر شويه، سنوات قليله ولكن لهم مجهودات متميزه جدا. استاذ دكتور احمد طه، مدير مستشفى قصر العيني التعليمي الجديد، مستشفى قصر العيني نيو قصر العيني تيتشنج هوسبيتال تشيرمان. المستشفى شهدت نقله كبيره الحقيقه مع استاذ دكتور احمد طه، واحنا بنكرمه ونقول له شكرا، ومعاه في كل الانشطه اللي جايه عشان تبقى اكبر واقوى مستشفى في مصر ان شاء الله.
أنا كنت يعني المناسبة دي عايز أشكر جدا جدا أستاذ دكتورة إيناس شلتوت على إنها بتقود مسيرة مهمة جدا في بلدنا، هي awareness of diabetes بكل أبعاده، complications of diabetes، وهي عارفة إن دي أنا مهتم بالموضوع ده، ومن أول ما مسكت المستشفى أنشأت قسم أو وحدة لعلاج مرض السكر ومضاعفاته، لإدراك التام بأهمية هذا المرض في بلدنا وفي المنطقة المحيطة وفي محيطنا الإقليمي. Thank you very much.
Now with our guest speakers and our guests of honors who come specially, spending only in Egypt 1 or 2 days just to meet you and to give you their updated lectures. We say thank you very much for you, our very dear guest speakers. And let me start with those who came too many times to meet you and to give lectures and to educate junior Egyptians, as well as sharing knowledge with our professors. Let me start with Professor Massimo Massi. Professor Massimo Massi is a former RGF Europe President and also a former Vice President of the International Diabetes Federation. Also Professor Rayaz Malik. Professor Rayaz Malik is coming just for 24 hours. He came previously and you met him before several times, coming to give us his updated lectures about diabetes, diabetic foot preferentiality, diabetic ulcers, and yesterday he gave a marvelous presentation in the workshop. He's a regular guest of honor to us, so thank you, Professor Rayaz, and we hope to have you And now let me start alphabetical. Professor Baraki Laszlo. Professor Baraki is also a regular guest speaker in ASD now, and he's also coming for less than 24 hours to meet us and to give his lectures. Thank you very much, Professor Baraki. Professor Eleanor Kennedy. Professor Eleanor, Dr. Eleanor? No? Maybe she doesn't. Dr. Eleanor. Dr. Eleanor came to Egypt last year to give a postgraduate course to our young postgraduates, medical postgraduates, with the European Association for the Study of Diabetes and Metabolism, and then she became a regular guest. Dr. Eleanor, thank you very much, and she's responsible for the educational modules of the ESD, and please go through the educational modules and you're going to find it very beneficial. Dr. Hamdoun Al-Hasni from Morocco, he's the president of the SMEDIAN. Professor Hamdoun, he's a specialist in endocrine and diabetes. Professor Hamdoun. Professor Mick Cominda from UK is a consultant nephrologist and clinical director of Renal and Diabetes Center in UK, and he's a regular guest speaker also. Thank you very much.
بقول لك
Professor Titania is not yet here. No, she's not. She's seeing the pyramids because she came only for 24 hours. So we sent her to see the pyramids. Maybe we'll have her in a few hours. Now the media experts who's helping us in patient education and awareness. خبراء الإعلام اشتغلوا معانا سنين طويلة. طبعا احنا كل الإعلاميين في مصر بيساعدونا سواء كان تلفزيون أو جرائد أو مواقع إلكترونية أو الراديو، ولكن احنا الحقيقة اخترنا النهاردة يعني تعبير مجموعة منهم هنكرمهم اللي هم بقالهم معانا سنين طويلة 10-15 سنة بيعملوا awareness للبيشنتس، وكلنا عارفين awareness للدايابيتك بيشنتس ان ده اهم حاجة. يعني يمكن احنا بنقعد مع العيان 10 دقايق ربع ساعة، لكن بقية الوقت العيان قاعد يسمع من الجورنال ومن التلفزيون. خليني ارحب بأستاذ عمرو يحيى من جريدة الأهرام. أستاذ عمرو يحيى بيتعب معانا مجهوده كبير. متشكرين أستاذ عمرو، وإحنا بنكرم حضرتك ممثلا لجريدة الأهرام. شكرا لحضرتك. ميرسي
جدا. وأنا بشكر دكتورة إيناس وأعضاء مجلس إدارة الجمعية، وزي ما دكتورة إيناس فعلا قالت يعني أنا فخور بالتكريم ده لأنه استثمار سنين طويلة من التوعية، واحنا بنواجه ازمه كبيره طبعا في زياده اعداد مرضى السكر، وده بيضع يعني انا يمكن بتكلم الزملاء الاعلاميين ان التكريم ده بيضع على كاهلنا ان احنا نبذل مجهود اكثر في التوعيه ونبقى اكثر قرب للقراء. شكرا.
من أقدم الصحفيين أخبار اليوم اللي يعني بذلوا مجهود كبير جدا في توعية المرضى. هي لسه طالعة مستشفى، وطبعا لقينا فرصة إنها نقدر إنها تيجي معانا ونكرمها. أستاذة راوية صديقة عزيزة، وربنا يديكي الصحة.
لازم يكون باستمرار في توعية، لأن السكر أهم شيء فيه إن ينضبط مع الأكل عشان نسلم من مضاعفاته الجسيمة على كل أجهزة. طبعا احنا تحت أمر كل المرضى، والدكتورة إيناس شلتوت الحقيقة ما في من مؤتمر إلا بتعمل على نشر التوعية الثقافية للمركز. شكرا جزيلا.
اليوم السابع. أستاذة أمل من أنشط الصحفيين في مصر. يعني الحقيقة هي اللي طول الوقت اتكلمنا في إيه جديد، قولوا لي إيه اللي ممكن ينفع مرضى السكر. فطبعا لازم نشكرهم. السادة المكرمين ممكن ناخد صورة كلنا مع بعض، صورة جماعية السادة المكرمين. حضراتكم هتشوفوه، وبعدين في بعد كده السيشن اللي بعدها ولا الفقرة.
So congratulations to Professor Ines Schaltut and her team for staging this outstanding conference.